So, hi, hello. I've got
Uh,
a very inspirational guest today. It's Hector Guifarro, whom I've met only a few months ago. But I would say that we've already become the virtual friends, and it's a pity that I don't have a chance to drink some tea with you. But looking forward to that, Hector. Um, you've been truly inspirational within our project Chess for Freedom or Chess in Prisons. So we are the team in FIDE who really believe that chess is not only about the professional sports, that we can do so much more with chess. We can really inspire people. We can make the society better. We can give the skills to the kids and to the adults as well, so that they find the focus in their life and can succeed. And you are, I guess, one of those examples. You've been in prison for 7 years, right? And you learned chess there.
7 years.
Yes, and you've
Yeah, I found it.
told us that chess has saved your life, and it gives the sense of your life also today. Is it right? Yeah.
Yes, yes.
What is it about chess that makes it so special to you?
Well, again, I found chess in prison, and for me, it helped me out in so many ways. For one, it helped me become more patient. It helped me look at other people's point of view. It made me hold myself accountable because in chess, you can't blame nobody else but you. And it became my outlet for whenever I had a lot on my mind, I would play chess, and I always felt better playing afterwards. And the main thing chess did for me, I would say, is build my self-esteem through education. And that's kind of what I wanted to talk about because I really feel it's important. And so to elaborate more on that, when you first go into prison, you have to take a test to see where you're at education wise. And depending on what you place on the test determines where they put you at, right? College or mandatory ABE, which is the GED. And when I first took it, I scored really low. You know, before prison, I never really took education seriously. I never did my homework, and I scored really low, right, on reading, mathematics. And fast forward 4 years later, after being on the waiting list for 4 years, they finally called me for school. And in order for me to get into college, I had to retake the TAPE test, and I had to get higher than 8.0 for me to go into college. And I was put into the class to retake the TAPE test, and I just made it. I made it a goal. I made it my goal to myself to pass the test, get into college, and learn and get good times so I could get home to my family much sooner. And so I studied hard, the equations, the reading. And when I took the retake of the TAPE test, I actually have it right here. I kept it because it meant so much to me. And I just want to show you real quick. So this is when I took the retake, right, of the TAPE test. And on the reading, I got a 12.2. But on the computation and on the applied mathematics, I was able to get a 12.9, which is the highest you could get. Then overall, I got a 12.6. And the highest you could get on the TAPE test is a 12.9. So this moment right here was really big for me because for so long, I felt like I wasn't meant for education, And when I realized that I was able to do it, it just meant a lot, and it gave me that confidence knowing that I could do whatever I put my mind to it. And what I'm trying to say is, right, for the 4 year time frame, I was only playing chess. That's the only thing I was doing was playing chess. So I'm not trying to say that chess taught me mathematics or improved my reading, but by me playing chess over the years and so many times, it improved my memory, my focus.
How does the chess training happen in the prison? Did you have a coach? Did you just play with your counterparts? Did you read the books? What is it like?
It was certain phases. When I first started playing, I was just kind of just play, kill time, But after a certain point, I knew that I had to change something because my approach was just more tape to tape, really didn't have no strategy. But yeah, after a certain point, I started thinking more. I started seeing the pieces flow together. Then it just became beautiful to me.
Who did teach you chess?
Chess is just so common. I didn't have a chess coach or nothing like that. It's just all free will. It was just so common, and yeah, I just saw it every day. Then eventually I just played and I kept playing and playing. And yeah, then after a certain point, it just clicked, and when I started reading books on chess theory, I just fell in love with it more, because it was certain moves that I was already doing already, but then I found out there's names to it. Then when I was able to make the two connections, I was just amazed, and yeah, but reading a chess book definitely helped me change it up, and it felt like magic, it felt like magic because I loved it, I loved it. I loved it.
Did you like playing against the opponents or reading the books, learning the theory? What was the special thing that you loved about it?
All of it, all of it. I love playing other people. I love winning. Whenever I checkmate, I smile. For a long period of time, all I thought about was chess. All I thought about was chess. All I did was just work out and play chess. That was my life. And whenever I would lose, it would be hard for me to deal with. I would think about the move all day. It would stay with me. And I couldn't wait to just play back again. And yeah, so. But yeah, I just love everything about it though. But the chess theory is what made me realize how deep it was, and I just wanted to read all I can, and that's one thing about being in prison is that inmates are in a position where they could learn chess theory, because it does take time. There's so many openings, so many variations. Inmates are in the perfect place to learn chess theory, because they have nothing but time.
What was your first chess book that you read?
I really don't remember word for word. It was a book that I bought off a catalog, and it was just more like a beginner's book, to be honest with you. But when I came out of prison, that's when I really got into the theory, and that's when I was able to really see it in real time, how the moves were played and the different variations. So now I'm falling in love with the theory because I have more access now, more videos, opposed to just having books. I only had like 3 books, to be honest with you, but just reading those books, it made me become a better player. I started looking at the game differently. All I think about is chess theory. That even since the last time we spoke, I participated in 2 tournaments, and let me tell you, playing on the clock is really different, really different from playing just to play. I remember when it really didn't kick in for me to when I was actually playing, like when I was actually the day of the tournament, when I was sitting there and about to play, all of a sudden my heart started beating fast. It felt like I was about to fight. I just felt all these emotions, and
it was really it was only a few weeks ago that you played your first tournament in your life, really, yes?
Yes. In the first game, I didn't win my session, but I won a few games. The first game took 3 hours, which was the longest game, and I got to meet so many people. Like, I was upset that I didn't win, but at the end of the day, just being in that environment, being around other people who love chess, it was just so fun. I love every second of it, and I plan on doing. I got another tournament this week actually that I plan on doing, and yeah, I don't plan on stopping anytime soon. But I was just really humble because even in my category, you have to know theory. You have to know theory. Because there's guys studying, and
there is no easy way to success, right?
No.
So that's one of the things that chess teaches you. So how is your training going on now? Have you found your coach now?
I don't have a coach. I use apps. I'm on chess.com. I'm on Elite Chess. I'm also using Chessable, which is a great app. Chessable, it just makes it easier, way easier to remember the lines, and it's so simple, and I love Chessable.
I can imagine that in where you are in the imprisonment, you've got some, routine life. I mean, the certain schedule, and you could easily find the time for chess. But now when you are, in the real life with all your obligations, with probably not that strict regime, how could you find the space, the time for chess?
Time management, just knowing what I'm putting my time into. And it really is not that difficult because I want to play chess, because I play chess over the phone all the time, but there's moments where I need to play over the board, and within the time frame, since I got involved with Chess for Freedom, I just met a lot of people who love chess just by being in tournaments. And also I met just more people who love chess. I meet up with my friend Robert. He loves chess. We go to Chicago. We play at Hyde Park every other week, and we get to play over the board. And yeah, he loves the game as much as I do. And yes, I play with Robert. And I there's a thing on Sundays called Chess and Coffee. I met these great group of guys who have chess in a church. It's at High Point Church, and I went there yesterday, and it's really not that hard to find the time, because I know once I made the time, like I did yesterday, I made the time yesterday to go down there because it's not near me. It's kind of a drive, but I knew that I needed to play. I had a lot on my mind, and it's at a church. It's just the perfect environment.
For you, it's also the interaction with between the human beings, between the people. Yes, as a way for socialization, right? Because for me, it is like that. My coach has always taught me you have to play against the pieces. You have to make the best possible moves. I could never learn that. I always play against the opponent. But on the other hand, I mean, this is also, the very important element of chess for me, to have this human being playing against you, because it's the interaction between two people, two persons. So I can see that for you, it's also, very important not to just, play chess, but to interact with the others, right?
Yeah, it makes it beautiful. Even in a place in prison, because in prison, don't nobody want to be there. Guys don't want to be there, but the great thing about chess is that it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. As long as two people love the game, that's all that matters. It doesn't matter the skin of your color. It doesn't matter what game you are. None of that matters. If you love the game, that's what it's all about. And it's able to bring people together, even in the toughest places, prison.
So your experience is that chess brings the people together, even though it is regarded as the game of war, even though whenever you play, you want to win against your opponent, and there is always the competition there. So this is not the case. Yes, you strengthen your ties, not make the distance bigger.
Yeah, I would say this though. You do have people that talk, and at first it would get to me, people would talk and I would get frustrated, I would lose. But then I had to learn to block that out, because it just comes with it, it comes with the territory, and you're gonna have people that talk. And I had to block that out, and I just had to win. Because once I win the game, all of that talking, it doesn't mean nothing. So I don't mind healthy competition, but never to the point where it was always fun, never. But you do have guys that it just really competitive in there. It does for.
There was an interesting fact. I think one of the trainers who work with people in imprisonment, who teaches chess, his observation was that people in imprisonment, they try to avoid making draws. They would rather lose sometimes than to agree on the draw. Is it like that? Is it like that?
It is that, and that's actually one of my special memories that I have in prison. I remember I was playing this guy, older gentleman. He was good, and he had me on the ropes. But this is where everybody was out, and at this point, it was at the later part of my bid. So I was really experienced, and I was known as a good chess player. So when I lost, people would, they would give me a hard time. It was always fun and games though. It was never like that. But they'd be like, come on, heck, you lose and just give up, because he had me. I just had the king in. But sure enough, just hearing that, I'm like, I'm not gonna draw. I'm not. You gotta check me. But what ended up happening was he drew. And that stuck with me, because it's never over till it's over. And yeah, I didn't win, but I didn't lose, and he had me. And when he drew the game, I just remember looking at everybody and just smiling, and it was just. It was funny, it was funny, man. But it made me realize to never give up, and it's never over till it's over. But yeah, that's something that stuck with me for sure. But yeah, having a draw, a lot of people want to go for the checkmate,
Right. Tell me about your life. You've already been released since a year ago, yes, approximately.
Yeah.
So how is the life? How have you found your way? I mean, besides chess, what's going on? What do you do?
Chess is really part of my life now. It's helping me, just deal with what a felon goes through, the typical things that a felon has to go through. But other than chess, I'm doing a personal training. I have my day job. So it was about, I'm used to that routine. I'm used to having that structure. So it was just about having that, so I got my day job. I do the personal training. Then I'm with the family. Then everything other than that, I'm studying chess or I'm playing chess, so that's pretty much what it is,
What is your goal in chess? What do you want to achieve?
So for one, I love chess. I plan on doing tournaments, and I know the more I master the theory and all that, I know I would get better. It's inevitable, and whatever that takes me, who wouldn't mind being a grandmaster? Who wouldn't mind? But we see what happens. I love playing chess, but I really want to get the kids and the community involved playing chess, and I just want everybody playing chess, but I want the kids playing chess. And so with that, I actually ended up having a meeting with the Waukegan Park. So I'm from Waukegan, Illinois. I had a meeting with the Waukegan Park District, and I had to sit down with a guy named Javier, and I kind of, I told him the benefits of having chess in the community, and I went over everything, the benefits and all that. I set up the PowerPoint presentation, and he loved it, but they weren't able to go forward with me due to my background. And I did it. I don't take it personal, but they went forward with the program. They went forward with, so now the community, so now we have chess in the community, which was starting the beginning of September. And even though they couldn't move forward with me, they went forward with the program, and that right there, because it's bigger than me, it's not about me, now it's in the community now, kids will be playing, and I just hope that whoever teaches the program brings that passion behind it, because with chess, you especially dealing with kids, I mean, you really got to make it fun for them, otherwise it'll just be like any other game. So I hope whoever teaches the program brings that passion, but we have in a community, and I just want to thank Javier for pushing the idea through and for having that sit down with me, so I was able to get chess into the community now, and yeah, I just want to help, people just know about this game, especially kids who are on the wrong path,
You are so passionate
Absolutely.
about chess. I mean, you really like it, but you were not the only one who was playing chess in your prison. So, are you still in contact with your colleagues, inmates whom you were playing chess with and against?
Absolutely. My one of my friends, he just reached out to me. He got out, Jonathan Young. He got out last Friday, and he reached out to me, and it felt so good hearing his voice. And we're both out now, and he already has a job, but he was kind of my nemesis when it came to the chessboard. We will always play, and hearing his voice, it was just random. I just got a call. He had my information, and yeah, and just hearing his voice, it meant a lot, brought back memories. But I definitely do stay in contact with some of the people that I met in there, and yeah, that I played chess with, and yeah, absolutely, absolutely.
Have you got an idol in the chess world? Somebody whom you adore, who you would like to be alike?
Yes, yes. I looked up to Eugene Brown. He was a former convict. There's a movie about him that Cuba Gooding Juden played in, a great actor, and it just talked about how a man found chess in prison. A story similar to mine, you know. And until before I'll get into that. That story, I felt like that was the only story that I could relate to, you know. But Eugene Brown he really did help me. You know what I mean? And whenever I'm going through the barriers that he went through, you know, I remember not to give up, you know, because I know what he was able to accomplish, and I just looked up to that, you know. So Eugene Brown is definitely somebody who I looked up to. And when I got involved with the program with the Chess for Freedom, I got to meet a great author, Carl Portman. He wrote a book called Chess for Freedom.
Yeah.
And when I heard about it, I got it immediately. Great man. And this book here needs to be in every prison, every jail. And I read it word for word. I love it. I was able to relate to it. Carl Portman did a great job, you know, just a great job. And really, you know, so yeah, Carl Portman. As far as players, now that I'm out, I'm able to look at videos. I'm able to, you know, study way better. I like Paul Murphy, and I think he was a genius. He was really ahead of his time. And it's sad what happened to him. You know, it's really sad what happened to him. You know, same with Bobby Fischer. I like Bobby Fischer. Sad what happened to him, but great players. I like Capablanca, you know, and there's just so many good players, you know. There's just so many that I haven't really, you know, got a chance to study yet. But yeah, I would say those guys that you know, that I came across already, you know.
How do you overcome the losses? What is your tactics in this?
Really remembering where I went wrong at, and just taking it from there and just learning from my mistakes, you know.
What would you say to those people who say that life is too short to play chess?
It's still worth it. You know, it's still worth it.
Is the problem
you know,
of life? Yes, not of chess.
I can't imagine my life without chess, to be honest with you. My chess gives my life meaning, you know, at this point. You know, and I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that, you know, because it's helping me deal with what I'm dealing with, you know, and it's helping me get through it. And I love chess. I just love chess, you know, and I can't imagine my life without it, you know, and it's helping me stay out. And I know I would never return to prison, because every move I make, you know, I'm just careful, you know, because it's all on me. It's all on me, you know. And yeah, I had to set the example for my little brother, for my family, and I'm so grateful that I have another chance in life, because not everybody gets a second chance. You know, I know many guys who got charged with what I got charged with, but ended up in a worse, longer prison sentence, and that's just the way it is, you know. So I really had to, yeah, put that into perspective. You know, I have a second chance at life. I have a chance to redeem myself. And yeah, you know, the first time it was a mistake, and I did my time. I take full responsibility now. You know, I'm able to put that behind me and just, yeah, live my life, you know, the right way.
Mm. I understand that you play both offline and online, and unfortunately, what we see that quite often there is the breach of the fair play principles in the online chess. So, what would you say to those people who try to cheat in online chess?
It's not worth it. You know, I believe if you cheat, it will come back to get you. You know, I believe in karma. You know, yeah, I wouldn't recommend it, because even if you got away with it, it's just a matter of time before you get caught or something happens. And then that's just the way I live my life. I just, I wouldn't want to win like that. I wouldn't want to win like that. It wouldn't feel right. If I won by cheating, it wouldn't mean anything to me. It wouldn't. Yeah. So yeah, I hope people don't cheat.
You've been the inspiration to so many who've been watching your interviews and listening to your stories. You know that we are organizing the first intercontinental tournament on 13th and 14th of October this year. So what would be your wish to those people who are now in the prison? What would be your advice to them?
Well, for me, naturally, I gotta go with Chicago. I'm rooting for them guys. I mean, I'm so happy that people are for all the guys who are participating in the tournament, and whoever wins wins. But I want Chicago to win. But whatever, we see what the outcome be. But I would just say keep doing it. For all the inmates that are participating, just keep doing it. Because they're on the right path to a better life. And regardless if they win or not, none of that matters. Is being able to bring people together, people who are in really tough places. And yeah, and that's what it's all about, and believe me when I tell, like, the federal, for you guys to be doing this, because it just speaks volume. You guys are doing God's work. You guys are helping people get through a difficult time in their lives, and you're helping change their way of thinking, and yeah, to the point where after they go home, they're able to live a life, a better life, and yeah, and that's what it's all about. It really is a problem here in America. We have around like 2.3 million people who are locked up. And if people are not changing their way of thinking, they're coming out with the same mindset or maybe even worse. And the outcome of that is just dumb reoffending and coming back into prison, But yeah, chess could be used as a tool to help people change their way of thinking in such a healthy way, to where it's not forced on them, and you make it fun by having a tournament like this one coming up in October. And I know it's just doing a lot for inmates, and it's major to me. This is major. This is, I can't believe this. That like, I wish I would have participated in it, but it is what it is. But I know that guys are having that energy. They want to win. They're in there studying, and yeah.
So what is chess for you?
Everything. Chess is everything. I can't live my life. I can't imagine living my life without it. And I'm at that point now where I need to, because I'm playing chess when, I'll be out on a date with my girl, and then we'll be at a restaurant. I'll be playing chess on my way, So I have to learn when to kind of take it off a little bit. But she understands, or she understands. But chess is everything for me. You know what I mean? Especially Sundays where I go to the church, and that right there is just it's just a powerful combination. Perfect environment, great, nothing but great energy.
Thank you very much for this discussion. I'm looking forward to meet you, and thank you for being our ambassador. That's amazing.
Thank you for having me. Really, thank you so much.
Thank you.